Do do.
We're cooked. We're cooked. Oh! Wait a minute. That'll help.
Hi, Bean.
No, you just gotta stay alive. You just gotta stay alive at this point. No,
What's
you can just do
going on?
whatever you can.
Oh, look how cool you are.
Do damage at this point. Now you did good damage though. That was good damage. Turtle, you just stay right where you're at. Just and hope they don't ram you. Needs to
What
get a
is it,
needs to get
baby?
a capture.
What is that?
Oh
You're so
wait, yeah.
cute.
You might be okay. Do you have your plane again?
Do you want your Choyan again?
Fuck. The
Yeah.
only thing that could fuck you is if that other guy comes behind you. But does he have the time to get there? That's the question. It's gonna be does he have time to get there? Because he'll kill you with that shot.
Hello, Diamond.
I love
How are
that
you?
guy. We're just gonna stay alive as long as we can.
What are we talking
Cascade,
about?
you saying Cascade?
Did I miss something in Piscord?
They're both there. Oh no 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 no
What
no! He's
happened?
getting there now. Oh wait no 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 time time time
Inactivity serves no
time. Yeah,
purpose
he can't beat
whatsoever.
it in time. Oh my god, we're running out of time. Oh, you might get some free damage here. What?
Ah,
Well, he was cracking me full health. He
that's
didn't
kind
have to
of
do
no
anything.
surprise since Microsoft.
Yeah, it was 58 to kill.
Yeah, it's no surprise to
Yeah, I
me.
didn't realize. I forgot. Yes.
Also, what do we,
You
Diamond?
just said it.
You'll be real with me. What do you think about the second camera? Like the lighting and stuff. Is it too much? Yes, I know I'm live. It's gonna send me emails. Did you know you're live? Did you know that you went live successfully? Did you know that? Did you know that you went live successfully on YouTube? Did you know?
That seems to work. Apparently.
It sends me an email every time, and then afterwards it sends me. It could be turned into a cat cam. Well, the cats are kind of like all over the place. One is down here,
You saw
the other
one
one is on the
see
bed.
and
So
threaten that key 2 times for the permit. Yeah, and then that person left because they
they're just
realized no one
chilling.
was gonna keep CD.
She's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because she wants to play.
Just play Nebraska if you really want to.
When they sit
Oh, it is. It is.
on the cat bed, I'll turn it around, but otherwise.
No, actually, I'm probably fine.
Mitter took a nap there today, so he's not gonna go back up there
And
until
I have
we
a
go
feeling
back
that
to
if you run
sleep.
it, it doesn't kill you. And then when it does, it's just a potato. What did? Sorry.
I guess you get to see all the
Are you actually saying that?
extra hand stimming I do.
Are you really? Yeah,
You
no.
think
Yeah, no, no,
PlayStation
it's
is gonna
great.
block their
It's been good. It
IPs?
amps the aura. Ooze. Ooze.
That would be horrible marketing. That would be so shitty.
No,
Time
no,
to
I'm
take a
just
sip
saying
of
I think it
water.
happens a lot more.
I do not have any water currently in my possession.
Why
I
not?
had an ice
You
cream
said you were gonna have water.
milkshake and a Dr. Pepper. Well, a diet Dr. Pepper. I will grab water. There's a laser on your head, buddy.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. changing.
Not many though. What is it? The yard smell? What do you, what? I don't know that shit. I don't have it. It sounds cool. It sounds good. I'd use it if that's what you're saying. You're saying it gets weird.
Keep in mind, Xbox let PlayStation get their games and PlayStation gave them nothing. And a lot of PlayStation games are on Steam. So the next Xbox. That was quick. That was a really quick ad break. Do you have an ad blocker or something? Xbox players can play PlayStation games through Steam. Dude, I really think PlayStation will like be so shitty, they'll fuck things up for themselves. Shut up, Raiden. Shut up. Shut up, lady. Like, nowadays when a console is like between like $500 to $800 and you're refusing to like cooperate and share games and just being stingy, you're gonna fucking lose people. And it's gonna get to a point they're only gonna have COD and Overwatch players left. And Nintendo has just like thrown their hands up and said we're gonna be greedy sons of bitches now. I don't understand. Like the whole thing with
So it doesn't.
you can't mod anything. Like it's just so out of touch. It's stupid.
Why now are we taking forever? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Alberto. I, Jean, will once again oversee the proceedings. Literally told people you don't own the console. That's the same thing Ubisoft said, basically. I remember them saying that. It's just like, watch how that turns out for you, buddy. It's gonna turn out real well. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged. Mr. Delilah?
I don't know if I want to get into
Dahlia.
Like,
This one's confusing. Is this a guy or a chick? I think it's a dude. Will continue to serve as assessor.
then doesn't get airstrike, right?
Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense.
We're gonna both explode.
The defendant in this case is Mr. Albeito, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order.
Well, at least I am. I don't. You might be so squishy you'll get lucky, but. No, I understand.
Ms. Hertha, have the investigators
I get it.
Have the investigators made any new discoveries? Sorry, I was high a couple of hours ago, and so now my brain is slow, so excuse my horrible reading.
Yes, we sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, The investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Dude, it's so stupid. They opened that lawsuit and then they copyrighted the idea of like catching Pokemon. That was so dumb. But it's just like, really, how do they expect this to go? Like, think of the shareholders. Is this really going to get them the corporate profits they want? 46-year-old, marital status, single, occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records showed that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur broke. Ugh. No, you can't throw a circle on an object at something and catch them. They copyright that. They copyrighted writing animals? Be so fucking for real. There's no way they did that. Hold the fucking phone.
Yes, I'm waiting. No, they're not like hard machines. You're hydro, and you need to push closer.
Tender. Copyright. Their legal actions, specifically against Palworld, are focused on specific patented mechanics related to how the writing is implemented, including the smooth switching between different types of mounts and the mechanics of capturing and summoning creatures. So technically they're not, they're just going after Palworld. Also, since we're here, small plug, I did get approved for an Amazon storefront. And so now, I have one for my gaming setup, everything I have. But then, ooh la la, why are they travel essentials? What's with the sudden travel essentials? Well, you may ask, I just bought a flight home. I'm going back to Australia in 7.5 weeks. I'm looking at a tripod to take with me. I'll do like mobile vlogs to get some footage, just like I did last time, and I never posted it. You guys have no idea that any of that happened. Oh my god, he has like a real human name other than Kitty Gatsy. Oh my god, guys freak out.
8.5.
Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Himselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Another one? Huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
Hello, Laser. Merry day of the Saturday. How are you?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master D-Luke saw Mr. Albedo,
Happy midsummer.
there too.
Good sunrise in 5 minutes. Actually, the sun just set 5 minutes ago for me. Nintendo low-key did the shit like, hey, Power World made a better RPG than we did. Fuck it, sue them, someone else. But sir, we can't sue them on anything. They aren't fully copying us. What can we sue them with? The main guy. They have a circle object that catch animals. Sue them for that! We did it first! The sun is only down from 10:33 until... Ooh. That would fuck up the sleep cycle. That's an easy say goodbye to the fucking sleep cycle, that's for sure. Laser, since you do all the traveling for the both of us, I have good news. I booked myself a flight to go back home to Australia. I go back in mid-August. And my flight, I have a layover in New Zealand. I'm so excited. I get to do my little New Zealand stuff, I guess. Or just like look around the airport for like an hour and then board my flight. But, you know, that's enough for me. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll probably go like... I always get a keychain, but because it's a new country, I'll see if I can find cash. I follow a DJ who's moving to Australia soon.
We decided
TM.
to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master D-Luke.
Australia's a good place to live. It's just you have to spawn in a good starting point. Otherwise, it's like you either have to move and deal with it. She's gotten all the work visas and permissions. Now it's just a matter of traveling there and getting all the cargo over. Dude, I remember the tiny car I had. If I drove it down to Florida from South Carolina, they were going to ship my car to Melbourne for $1,500, which great deal, by the way, to ship an 800-pound car. You know, the cars that are like this big. Can fit in your pocket, you know, that kind of shit. But yeah, it's a good place. You just have to hug the cities, in my opinion, if you want to have like the best experience. But if you're more of a country person, you kind of have to stick to suburbia. Hey chat, who will remember the game of tag we played a kid? Yeah, I thought to myself, aren't cars usually 3 times as heavy? Yeah, they usually are. I would not be surprised since we had a fucking breakdance Olympics.
I thought it might be nice to, you know, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body.
Lol with that lady from last time.
I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place.
How do you have permission to send links? Excuse you?
Auto insurance all seems the same. Until it's time to use it. With USAA, it's easy to file claim.
Nah, I just got 3 recruits. Oh. Yeah, I just did it. We were sitting here waiting, and I knew the queue was going to take forever.
Oh, I fucking seen this shit.
You snagged it for someone.
Yeah, I've seen this. This has been a thing for a while, dude.
I'm surprised, actually.
You did not get on the internet much. I am so grateful you don't text and drive. Good for you.
If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Bistana. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events.
Whoa,
That
Mike!
just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
Oh, dude, there was like a year in primary school where we just had like a group dedicated to tag. I loved it. The girls never played. It was just like I was a tomboy growing up, so it was just like me and a bunch of dudes, and I was one of the fastest runners. So it was like me and a couple of dudes. We just couldn't get catch or caught.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator who also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. Yeah, we saw it. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Kaya shouldn't be the one asking that question. Yes. Were you the one that marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. I should really try do a Kaya impression. He's very breathy. So I'll do my best so that we can get some immersion here. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expand on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence.
One dude got hurt the same video. I'm not colored surprised at all. What I always have. I never killed a single person.
You have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious, but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map we found was in Dragonspire, wasn't it? Traveler, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. Hey, hey, what's up? Merry day of Saturday.
He dodged my torps? What?
Can you tell us what you found?
What? I thought I had him dead to rights. I didn't even turn my shit around.
I did, but, oh my god, wait. But wait.
Hey. He's definitely waiting on you.
There's gonna be another one!
Sync? How would they know that word?
I know, I found it a couple weeks ago. I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, of course. Every game I've played recently, like the Little Kitty Big City is getting a big update. And I just finished that. Like, basically one sitting a couple weeks ago. Also, do we want to hold like a vote on the next game I'm gonna play? Cause you guys already know I have a colossal fuck ton of games. You guys can ignore that one. That's a banned game.
No, apparently not. He's been eating my shells all game.
But yeah, I got like 430 games out here. There's a lot of shit to play. I got a lot of shit to do. I'm not gonna get this stuff done until I'm in my 30s. What are the hidden achievements? Is all of them usually hidden?
I'm in the same group with Sparty. Yeah, he could have definitely won that. I felt like the moments the kid was spotted, I was in the middle of a reload every time.
The 30s were pretty awesome.
We'd spot him right as I got like maybe 5 seconds after I was fucking firing him. I'm like, okay, now I can shoot him. Like, great.
This game, I was just going in for easy achievements. And if you've ever, like, you know those breathy characters that are like Shadow the Hedgehog, just like, guys, why are you fighting? I gotta do this for my family. I'm sorry I let you down. I must win no matter what. Like, there's kind of like random obnoxious voice lines. The 30s were pretty awesome. That's when traveling took off for me. I need context. I'm confused. When you hit your 30s or like what? I'm confused. When I upgrade my computer, I will play this. I couldn't afford to go travel until my mid-30s. I have had a lot of my trips paid for. This is the first one I'm paying for myself. Like I already paid for it. Yeah, so what is this? That sounds horrible. But yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also not, because the day I ordered my ticket, I was just like, "Hey fam, I'm coming home," and they're just like, "Oh, where are you gonna stay?" It's just like, wing it, and they're just like, "Well, we don't have room for you, and neither does other family," and I'm like, "Oh shit." So I contact Bestie and just like, "Hey, I love you. Can I borrow a room at your house?" And she's like, sure, I guess." And I'm like, maybe this was a horrible idea to do. It doesn't seem like anyone wants me home. And I was like, oh, this is kind of depressing. The thing with Australia is so weird. Like, when I went to Cincinnati, the hotels, if I wanted a decent, like, kind of shitty hotel, it was like $170. But I can find pretty decent accommodation for $60 a night in Australia. It doesn't make any sense. Sounds like that streamer who's moving to Australia. Her boyfriend was high, so he got a ticket back to the UK. Decided to come off it somewhere above Georgia. That's crazy. I booked my flight for 2 weeks thinking that, you know, my family wants me around. My grandmother loves me. I know that. And it's just like, I can't go sit at my mom's grave for 2 weeks. So logically speaking, I do have to go socialize with family. And so there was a rumor that went around the week I left a couple years ago that I rage quit my job and beat up my manager. And it's just like, okay, do I look like the kind of person that would physically assault a manager? Look me in the eyes and tell me that. Do I look like that kind of person to you? Just sleep in some graveyard and become a local witch? Oh, senpai, before I forget, I didn't know the girl that I want to talk to. We were off for Juneteenth, and I didn't realize she took Friday off too. So I'm gonna ask her first thing Monday morning. And I think she has some friends that work in the industry too. I can ask her to email me some stuff, and I'll get back to you hopefully like Tuesday. You do have the crazy cat gene. Okay, look. My Nana is so much worse than me when it comes to being a crazy cat lady. It's all good. The exams are really hard. I do hate to tell you that. They are really hard. But that's why the insurance exam queen is really good because if you can find videos on certain topics and it's like a 15-minute video, you can spare yourself so much time because the material on like Exam FX and stuff, they're obligated to show you all the information involving one thing, and she will just get to the point. It's just like with us for boats, for our exams, we just had to know like we're only allowed 27 feet for outboard, like 25 feet for inboard, and 26 horsepower is like the max we'll take. Things like that. It's just like she absolutely cuts to the shit, and she, for the longest time her career, she hosted a lot of the classes, so you'd hope she knows what she's doing. But yeah, been there. The moment I got to state law on property and casualty, I cried every day. I cried every day. It was so bad. I don't know if you will have that kind of experience, but it was horrible taking it, like just the studying part. And then when you actually, like, if you go in and take your exam, it's like so strict. The place I went to, it was like a hole in the wall, like state office place. They have cameras everywhere. They have a metal detector, like they poke and prod at you with. He had me take off my glasses to make sure there was no Bluetooth connected. He's like, it's just because they're big glasses. And I'm like, I totally get it. The classes are so dry and just drag ass. If there's anything like when I had to do the cert for tech, then yeah. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I have like a notebook. I probably wrote this thick. Hold on. Like this thick worth of notes in a notebook. I went through like a quarter of my notebook just taking notes. But it's also what I was told. I assume you don't have much experience in life and health. So that's honestly the best thing you can do for yourself, because everything you would know by now, you would have to throw it out the window and just think about how the textbooks told you, because how you get taught to do something versus like the state exams and stuff, it's totally different in a way. Now, realistically, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much in your day do you actually use all that information? Well, I'm an insurance agent, so what I work in like retention, so I deal with a lot of people where their policies are non-renewing and or just like their prices is too high. Retention is what you're studying for?
Yes! Sniped him.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, so if there's anyone that's really unsure about what's going on, I generally try to explain it to them, and I really do have to think back to like what I learned, because my agency doesn't really have the time to train. It's really what I have to do is either ask someone who knows more than me, or I have to call underwriting for carriers and ask stuff. It'll be selling and more likely renewal. Yeah. So like an account manager, usually like selling a policy is done by a sales group, unless it's someone that's already established. Insurance is just like the first 90 days is handled by a different team, and then it gets handed off to retention, which is my group of people. It's probably the same thing. Do you know if you have to look at like what makes a contract, like offer and acceptance, shit like that? We had to talk about like if Stacy is at an agency and she's giving people free gift cards if they sign up for an auto policy with State Farm. We had to make sure that we knew not to manipulate customers. We're under contract, like we're not allowed to talk bad about other like insurance carriers, stuff like that. And it was like a little bit of ethics. And during my continued education, when I have to go for my license again, we have to do a mandatory 3 hours of ethics, and then the other 17 hours is just like random stuff like flood insurance and just general insurance knowledge.
I'm not gonna twerk.
Better not. You can do that on your own damn stream.
Did you see what I did?
Yeah, I did. I was staring at your ass the whole time.
Oh, we can do randoms, yeah.
On whole life and level and in between. Yeah, I don't know. I just know insurance. Kinda, sorta. Next month will be 2 years since I joined, like, insurance just as a whole. And people are like, you're smart, you know what you're doing. No! No, I do not! Why would you say that? You have 30 years of experience, Stacy. I have not even 2. You're smart, you can figure it out. Fucking help me! Senior insurance analyst and have people coming to you asking questions. When I'm at that point, I will finally feel settled in. The idea of not knowing my shit is so frustrating. I actually made the joke of just like, I help everyone with their IT issues. Can we look at a title change? And my boss is just like, we'll look at it during your half year review. And my half year reviews are like now. So it's like, I don't know if she just said that to save face, or I may accidentally get an IT thing. But I keep telling her, I'm like, I swear to God, if I have one more IT issue, I had 4 laptops last month because the other ones kept like shutting me out, or the computer would just break, all this kind of stuff. Oh, Metor!
He was crying, so I picked him up.
Yeah, Bean was crying before too. I can take him. I can hold him.
Come on, let him play.
Metal B. Hi, baby boy.
Play Ohio. Yeah, why not? It's such a good ship.
I'm so happy we have one single model of laptops in my work. We have a couple. Gone crazy. You were crying. Why were you crying to Daddy?
What, the name of it? Wow.
And it's also our executives get like these very special versions of our PCs. It's like, fuck you, honestly. You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found at Dragonspire. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place. Schlep time? Okay, man. Have a great schlep. I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably draw more art. I couldn't do anything this week. So I buy a plane ticket to go home, and my family's immediate reaction is get into a car accident. So obviously I dealt with that, and then I got screamed at over the phone because I was kind of annoyed about it. Because it was a whole, like, drama fest. And I was like, oh my god, you can't be fucking serious right now. And so I got yelled at for being frustrated about it. And then I got yelled at for my American accent. And then I got yelled at for just being yelled at. You know, just usual brotherly love.
I think it's funny because you know what you can do first drive?
Then,
Come out
there
in
must
a
also have been a body.
because most of the time there's somebody on that roster that's
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing?
And since he doesn't play defense, I'm just gonna come out first drive and try to hurry up the whole time.
Is in Dragonspire. We only knew about it because we found the map. The hidden compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow big enough to hide a human body. There were also claw marks around the outside, but there was no body or remains whatsoever.
I probably shouldn't go out wild.
Difference between the marked locations.
And he hasn't been playing defense all year.
Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map and found in the hidden compartment.
Which is why some of his scores you'll see.
There were some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seemed big enough. But unlike the first 2 locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the 3rd location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in the other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the 3rd location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the hole at the 3rd location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team. But in truth, I'm not gonna fucking pronounce that. A synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners. Gold. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will towards humanity, and he also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity, but that would only make things worse for him. Dragonspire has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that could withstand the cold. Not fucking me! Deep within the mountain lies the remains of even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspire, and we don't fucking care because it fucking sucks up there. One thing I noticed about that chase, everyone is always so nice to each other. Always so nice to that's rare in sports. I mean, USC, I've seen a lot of people once the rounds are done, they hug. Like, there's a respect to it, and it's not just like, I fucking hate that dude. Like the Jake Paul and the Logan Paul fights where they're just like, I fucking hate that dude. I'm gonna talk shit about him. I'm gonna slap this bitch. Like, all that stuff isn't there. UFC is like that. I've been trying to watch it. Whenever the boyfriend watches it, I'll watch it. Some fighters show respect, some don't. Yeah, that's true. I agree. I've seen some, like, short clips where there are these two women fighting. I respect you. Yeah. Coming up to the fight of these two people, like, there was this chick that tried to, like, shake her hand, like, hug her, all this stuff at meets, and the other chick would blow her off. And so the chick that was so nice to her proceeded to beat the fucking shit out of her in the ring. And it's just like, you're gonna be fucking nice now, aren't you, bitch? I almost forgot. Paimon and I encountered someone on Dragonspire who looked exactly like Albedo, but we weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who looks exactly like him. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan. Should I help him out? But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No. I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell us just now. Also, fun fact, since the strike is now done, Lemaine and Aether are officially coming back, so they're not getting recasted. They're gonna come back and voice all the lines that we're missing right now, which is like, it really sucks because it's been over a year and it's like, I can't go back and play some of these missions again. I can't go back and rediscover a whole in-game country with voice lines for the first time again. It fucking sucks. And we low-key, yeah. Look, it's really hard to say if we would ever, like, get drafted to like a point. Because all I can think is how embarrassingly low everyone will go for corporate profits. And if we just draft everybody out for a world war, everyone's profits are gonna go here to the flow. And I just don't see it happening because of how fucked up and greedy people are. I can't get drafted because I have a history of seizures? Holy fuck. Also, you're in your 30s. I thought they could only draft or from 18 to 29 and a half. And then you have to sign up between like 18 and 26 and a half. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Damn it, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I apologize. Hang on, guys. It's time for my YouTube apology. Display capture. Guys, I need to make an apology. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I called Diamond old. I didn't mean it. It was truly a miscalculation on my end. And for that, I apologize. That's the closest thing I can get to like simulating a YouTube apology right now. But yeah, also quick plug, we do stream on YouTube now. That is a thing. We stream on YouTube. This is pretty cool. I don't know how I got approved for that. But I made a brand new account just for that, sir. 5 years, 1 month, and 20 hours. Look, I stream like like that dad you see every second weekend. I don't know how I was supposed to know your exact birth date. I didn't sign your birth certificate. Like, I can only obtain so much information. I remember when my baby Bean was born. I remember when my baby Bean was born. No, don't you run away from me. Don't you run away. I signed this baby's adoption papers, so I know exactly when she was born. She was born May 18th of 2021. And then Mitter was born October 18th of 2022. You should know everything about us. Okay. Everybody, birth dates in the chat. Birth dates in the chat, boys. No, you don't have to put birth here. If you want me to know. I'm actually gonna write some of these down so I remember. March 17th. What is this?
Not getting more food. I know that's what you want, but it ain't happening.
Birthdays. On today's episode of How the Fuck Was I Supposed to Know? How the fuck was I supposed to know that, Diamond? It's not like in New York they have big flashing lights. This is Diamond's birthday. And no, everyone's like, let's get fucking hammered. Regarding the two cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that, after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that isn't the case in the third location. The hole is still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? Diamond, I don't know how, look, I've wrote it down. Do you even know when my birthday is? Let's... Do you know when my birthday is? When's my birthday? When is it, bud? When is it? That's what I thought. 5 fucking years. May 17th? Do I look like a Gemini to you? I have 2 exes that were Geminis, and listen, they were not fun people. They like, both of them sucked. I will never date a Gemini ever again. That's the one time I will be like, what's your star sign? Gemini. I'ma head out. I don't know what the fuck that means. It means you were born like April 21st to May 21st. But guys, I was born October 6th. I'm a Libra. It's all about balance. Drinking water, by the way. I'm a fish. Good job. I'm proud of you. Mentor B. Mentor, what are you doing? Pisces. Yeah, that's true. Diamond, he's got that on you. I think, yeah. He helped me deal with my depression. Yay!
And Kronstadt has 17. And their one cruiser is not.
Look, honestly, I know my best friend's birthday, but I mix it up. It's either September 4th or 5th. It's one of the other. I'm pretty sure it's the 4th. In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspire incident happened at a different time. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to tell you no on that one, because I've known my bestie since 2011. Like, nobody accepts me the way she did. I can pull up photos of us in our teens. Like, this was I think I was 12. No, you haven't met this one. I've known her forever. This is us at 16. I was 17 and she was 16. I think here we were like 13, 14. This was probably 17, 18, maybe. I had photos on standby because I'm going to get a bunch of photos printed and give them to people. This was, yeah, it says 2013, but I think I was younger. Because I remember this coat when I was a kid. I think my nana got me this from France. Yeah, it's not right. This, my friend back home you've never met. I've known her since 2011. So that's way, 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 way before I met Rye. Like, I wasn't even in high school yet. And the funny thing was, I went to her house for like 2 years before I met her. I would just sit in the car, and I knew that my dad's friend had a daughter there, but I'd never met her, and I wasn't allowed to come inside. Where even is Rye? She's doing her own thing. I don't know what she's doing. I think she's on, she streams every so often. I'm still a mod. I am still a mod. I'll pride myself. I was a freshman when we met. We met August of 2018, because I just gone through my breakup. Only met her once. Yeah. She would raid me. She was a hermie. She was like, she really wanted to share the success, but it's just like, you know, that's why I always advertised myself when her streams were over as the Afternut show. Just like some post-nut clarity of just like, you're done watching the girl smoke now. And now it's time to watch another girl shoot some fucking Jaeger in garage or get clapped in Siege. Look, honestly, it's funny. It's funny. I thought that was hilarious. I seriously miss the old Siege days so bad. I think the only way I'd ever enjoy playing Siege again is bronze lobbies. I mean, from an outside perspective, I could see that. But she also was really funny as well. That's what I liked about her. Like, she was funny, we played games together, we really got along. And that's a big thing for me to say, because back at that time, I really wasn't a girl's girl. I would not, like, play with other girls. She was an exception because she was really, really cool. But yeah, she does her own thing. Like, you know, everyone does what they do to get by, and that's the kind of stuff that she does, so that's not something I've ever judged her for. I almost went into it too, chat. I almost went into it too. Times were desperate.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location, and the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect, unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
But yeah, I think a big thing of I went away for a while, like after I found out about my ex's affair, and a lot of people stopped talking to me during that time too, and I think it's just like they wanted to stay out of like my drama, and you know, I kind of like had to grieve on my own, and a lot of my friends never really came back, or you know, we talked about what happened, and then they never really talked to me again. But it's like, I haven't really, ever since that whole shabacle happened, I haven't had like a good friend group. And maybe it's me that just like, I'm too loud and obnoxious, but I just haven't felt like I have like a good friend group. Like, Hanhee and I play games together very rarely, and he's like, you know, obviously my best friend. I mean, you are, but that's what makes you you. Thanks so much. I'm gonna go get the soju out of my fridge at this point. Yeah. I realized playing with VTubers the other week. I didn't stream this, but they did. That my energy is kind of like unmatched. And it's just because the fact that I swear and I'm loud. Well, we were playing Reaper as well, so that's kind of like, that's kind of foul play. If you're gonna compare me on that, that's a little foul. Like, but valid. I mean, friends are just spare pots of blood. Jesus, that sounds like someone from fucking... I'm completely blanking on the name. The suspicious game, the sus one, where everyone's on the ship looking for murderers. Yeah, I'm completely blanking. I'm so bad with names. I cannot pull a name out of my ass to save my life. Dread Hunger? No, the popular one from 2020. It was so popular. It's ridiculous I don't remember it. Pulling it up, like, gonna pull it up like I know the fucking name, but I don't know the fucking name. The 2D one with the ship and the little, like, squishy boys. 2 people are the killers, and they go around killing people, and then you have to report the bodies, and everybody plays detective. Among Us. Yep, that one. It was on the tip of my tongue, but my brain couldn't get it. That was a very Among Us phrase you said. But yeah, I would love friends that are like close and stuff, but you know, I'm me. I'm not gonna change a whole lot. I mean, statistically, your personality changes like every 3 months or so, but I can't really find people that match me anymore. And, you know, Siege is gone, for all I know. Like, you used to be able to go into that game, moan a little, have some fun, and move on to the next game. And just shoot the shit with people. And now everybody is so focused on their little fucking clips. They, like, even I got obsessed with, like, winning games. But I think when you're with the right people, it never mattered about winning. It, like, you could sit there and just genuinely have fun with people. And it's just not the case anymore with any kind of multiplayer game, and it sucks. Look, everything went bad when Mozzie Shotgun left. Like, every game, every single one. Cyberpunk came out, bad. It just, everything got worse. I just blame Mozzie losing his shotgun. Bring it back, Ubisoft. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
They were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspire.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspire. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried his body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts.
No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
If you would let me finish, Miss Hersa, I could get to the important part. Ooh. Honestly, at this point, it would just have to be more people in social deduction games. Could you explain that to me like I'm 5, please? I would honestly debate going back to VR chat, but we've seen how people talk. Like, don't do it, it makes her think. Wow! You can't. Hold on, I'm screenshotting that for later. So I can cry about it. Love you, I swear. Anyways. I had to like burp in my mouth for a second, I'm sorry. The man who attacked me on Dragonspire was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you? Exactly like him? So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. Dun dun dun! More games like Among Us and games similar to it, or party games. Yeah, I agree. It's just nowadays, there are things like COD and Siege, stuff like that, where it's like, oh, let's sweat our fucking balls off. So much that we could use it for lube for Spank Bank later. I see then. It appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What? Everyone! I brought her!
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Hello to you too.
Ooh, spicy. As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Avernius.
See what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up.
That would most likely be the dummy.
There is Peak? Like a game called Peak?
You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
I'm pretty picky. Oh.
I don't know if they're gonna let you on the plane with no shoes on.
Okay, are we ready? I'm ready.
This game will already make me fucking scream.
Okay, Nick? Yeah. I think we go up here. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Much less. No. Stop. Look at that. I'll carry you.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Look at this
Where do you need me to move it? Okay, there you go. Careful,
People
careful,
pleaser.
Kirsten. Kirsten! What's happening? Oh, run.
I see that.
Oh, okay, you guys are going that way. All my hunger. What? Wait.
Why is it similar to Left 4 Dead 2? I would be down to play this game. The mountain won't be the same from the day before. So if you like open the game after you've left it, like overnight, it will change. Yeah, I would fuck with this. There is a countdown as you're playing. Ooh. What's your steamy weemy? I just realized my titty clicker, I'm behind. I just started a new run. I'll just put my friend code in the chat, see what happens, see who. Okay, you're putting your code. Bet. We will do that then. Real question for people. How many people do you have blocked? Because that's like real shit. You have seriously pissed me off kind of energy. Have you ever had to block somebody on Steam?
If I had a fucking speed boost, I would have actually docked the most, but
Order in the court! I've been stationed on Dragonspire all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The Dragon Derwin. Maybe 2 or 3. Several hundred years ago, the Dragon of the East Darlin defeated Derwin on battle and, with help of Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspire. Do we have enough? No. One more. Durham was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspire was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the whatever fucking project that homunculus.
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter.
They're fucking babies in the chat!
Dragonspine.
They're fucking do it! I am Nico. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. Merry day of the Saturday. How is you?
What I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome.
Excluding bots, I think like 4. Ooh, drama. He would say no. I'll ask him about it. Honey! 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 Are you busy? Chat has a game they wish to consult with you.
What is it?
It's called Peak. P-E-A-K. P-E.
Oh, yeah.
I don't speak English, but I'll watch the game for a bit and try to understand. Thank you. I appreciate you. Also, thank you, Doug.
Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the newer arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh? Oh.
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused?
Ooh.
You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember?
I knew that was coming.
Strange indeed.
No, my head.
Oh my god, that's so mean.
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant of the Knights of Avernus failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
When did you put a cam in my room? No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say, all spawn of Derwin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will, yet here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Derwin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core. I am everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Yikes. Guys, he's in the walls. Confirmed.
Show us your arm. Have it your way.
Damn.
Come on, let's go.
This bitch really thinks she could take on.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under.
Yeah. The moment they started taking on people with visions, I'm like, well, that was fucking stupid.
After her.
It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's tail. But before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of the alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master D-Luke picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Indeed. Follow me. Oh, joy! Oh, lovely! Thank you. I decided to spruce up the lights today. Merry day of the Sunday, Demi. How are you? Guess who booked a flight home for August? Just want to throw Paimon in an active fire? Dude, the voice actor for Paimon is gone now. Which is wild. I know. I mean, sucks to suck, man. I will be in Melbourne from August 14th to the 26th. Mags is actually, Mags is looking at coming to see me. So I am so excited. And I'm even more elated. My layovers are in Auckland, New Zealand. So I get to see New Zealand for 3 hours. But that is still so exciting to me. And it's so ridiculous. Flights to New Zealand are so much cheaper than flights to Melbourne. Yeah, I remember seeing the pictures of when you went to New Zealand. It's always something I've wanted to do. But I think the plan is when I start taking the boyfriend places with me, we're not gonna just go to Melbourne. We're gonna travel to like other states and stuff. To go somewhere for a month. Where are you going, Demi? Where are you going? Where are you going, Demi? Surely stop it in Canberra. I would love to, but the flights are expensive. Starts with a J? It's $3,000? From Cali to Perth? You're not looking at the right flights, buddy. Let's be so for real. Sir, I'm almost at the point that I might actually start like doing travel agency stuff just so I get cheaper flights and just know what goes on a little more. But it's like, if I'm an insurance agent and a travel agent, does that mean I can go around saying I'm a double agent? And like everyone ever that talks about flights, they ask me about booking flights and I'm like, this is my first time booking a flight. I have no clue, but I look up every different way first and then make up my mind. I ended up booking my tickets through work because my work gave me travel insurance. And so my total round trip was, forgot I had Prime. Did you just sub and it didn't come up? I see the icon, but it didn't come up. What the fuck? Something must be wrong with my alerts. Quick, pretend I subbed again. What do I... Oh, it might be because, I made a YouTube. I stream on YouTube now. So I think everything overlaps. Is this one connected to Twitch? Thank you, Demi, for the sub. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Appreciate you so much. That clearly says Demi. That clearly said Demi. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I built a new PC. You'll have to show pics. You will have to show pics. I actually... so funny story. I found out this is my VR headset that has a camera in it. Didn't know that. And so with my PC, you can see my fan partially lights up. So I think it's a power issue. So I may change my PCU over. And then I want to change over my graphics card. But I just bought myself a car. I don't know if you saw that. I bought myself a Civic. And I'm very proud of myself. I bought it all on my own. Ooh! Oh, wow. You went the all-white route. Of course you did. But it looks so clean. You did well. Did you do all the court organization yourself? I have a 2014 Honda Civic. If you need to know my registration, just let me know. Yeah, you did so good on that. It looks so good and clean. I like black because I can't do Insane Asylum white. As much as I love the idea of brightening up my setup, that's what I have all these lights for. I'd love to do some wall lights, but I feel like I can't commit because it's a rental. Sending a tow truck posing as a creditor now? Yikes. When is the Spoon engine coming? Honestly, I have thought of nothing but mods for the car. But it's also like, I don't want to deck it out. Like, here in America, I've heard so many stories. Someone hit my car at work. Dude, I keep hearing about people like having all this shit happen to their car. I don't want to do anything because I don't want to like do all this stuff and it be for nothing. And it's also, I looked up how car insurance works for you guys, and I hate it. I really hate it. Because in America, we have order deck page, sample order deck page. So let me show you something. This is how insurance works in the US. So think of it like a cup of coffee, and it's the same policy, but you build on it. So it starts off with so this is an example. This isn't a real person. I'm not trying to dox anybody. So the first coverage you're going to be looking at is liability, which is bodily injury, and then it will be like a max amount per incident, and then property damage. So for this amount, it's 100,000 by 300,000 by another 100,000. So this is if you hit somebody, because your car insurance isn't a part of your medical insurance, this goes towards damages for the other vehicle and the other person's medical expenses when you're at fault. And then, so then you have medical payments, which I don't know where that is on this deck page. So that is for you and the passengers in your car. So that will be like a max of 25,000. But yeah, we still have good health care. We chillin'. And then we have UIM, which is uninsured motorists and underinsured motorists. So this is really fucking irritating about auto insurance in the US. If somebody has state like minimums, so it'll be like 25,000 by 50,000 by another 25,000, or it could be as low as 10,000. If somebody hits you and they have to pay out of their liability, and their liability is something like 25,000, and you lose your legs in this accident, and so it costs like $100,000 for like prosthetic legs, like your hospital stay, all that stuff. If you have a higher limit, it's gonna come out of your insurance, which is fucking frustrating. But this is a really good example of, let's say John, for example, is the driver of another vehicle, and this is his deck page. Oh, we'll say Jane. So Jane gets in an accident where someone T-bones her, and she loses a leg. And so the other person that hit her, their limits for their liability coverage up here is 25 $25,000 by $50,000, and let's say their property damage is $25,000 too. So it would have to come out of your insurance. But when you go to take out, let's say it cost $80,000. So $25,000 would come out of, or let's say, yeah, let's pretend like the payout is like they give you $50,000 because that's the minimum per occurrence. So this bigger limit is per occurrence. This is per person. So it, like, let's say you do $400,000 in damage in total. Let's say there's four people in a car. Like, you would get sued. You would get sued the ever-loving fuck out of, because your insurance isn't going to pay that. They're only going to pay $100,000 per person. But if the other person is underinsured, they take the amount that the person is already paid and credit it to you. So you only really get paid like $25,000 if their limit has already paid a little bit. So they don't pay you the full amount. But yeah, it's not fun, but this has way more structure. And what makes these full coverage is the comprehensive and collision. So collision is obviously when you hit another car. Your deductible, this is a full coverage, so this is $500 you would have to pay out before your insurance will pay out the rest. And then comprehensive is like theft, vandalism, you hit a wild animal. And again, like if you sustain damage to your car, you have to pay $500 before they pay the rest of your claim. You guys are getting cucked over there. I saw you guys have 4 different types of auto insurance, and it doesn't make any sense to me. It's so weird. But something that's interesting about homeowners insurance is you see this personal liability, and you know how everyone fucking sues everyone over here? Like, if somebody tries to sue you for slander, shit like that, it comes out of your homeowner's insurance or renter's insurance. I pay $115 a month for all-inclusive, covers me and covers others. If my car gets wrecked, I'm getting $14K. So I pay $120 a month for my car. And that's including having the boyfriend on my car insurance. So if my car gets wrecked, this is actually similar to what I have. I have 100, 300 limits. But if somebody hits me and they were at fault and they have the right amount of coverage, they pay for it. Like, it stays on my record for the next 3 to 7 years. Unfortunately, it shouldn't if I'm not at fault, but that will follow me with any coverage I go with. If I don't get their details, I pay $700 for excess. So that would be like down here, the uninsured motorist or the underinsured motorist. That's what this coverage is down here. But what I saw was kind of like, this was all split up into different things, which I thought was really weird. But I guess I need to look at it a little further. Maybe I didn't go too much into depth with it. Can you tell I do this for a living? Would you like me to explain how homeowners insurance works? It doesn't get any better. No, thank you. Understandable. I've been trying to ask about how auto insurance works because my nana just got into a car accident this week. And so, obviously, you know, being the relative that knows about insurance, I have been tasked with how do they handle that. But my nana's in hospital for the next week, which sucks. Because my dad is also in hospital. I'm not an insurance broker. I'm a part of an agency. So I work with multiple carriers. So it's not like... It's not like I'm trying to hype up one carrier. I'm trying to like actually try get people like adequate coverage. I guess that's the best way I try to defend myself. Yeah, there's a couple of insurance companies that cover mods. There's a lot that with motorcycles, they try to get you wording. There's coverages you can get of just like, if anything happens, they'll try to get you like original parts for replacement cost, which is really nice. You need a condo policy? What state do you live in? Because I'm only licensed in 11 states. I'm not licensed in Virginia. You'll have to talk to a local agency. Also, that would be really weird for my boss to be like, oh yeah, we have this customer that met me from a Twitch stream. But I would recommend, if you can try, go to an agency that shops with multiple carriers and not somebody that is just like exclusively they work with just State Farm or something. Like, the people that look at multiple carriers, they're usually the people that are trying to get you, like, the best coverage possible, because they're not looking at just a commission price. And, like, with agencies, we don't get commission. We can certainly, like, have a deal with some carriers where we get, like, an extra $50 here and there, but... we make like a general like either salary or hourly wage. So your sale, like customer service is like our number one thought, and then, you know, kind of everything else comes after that. It's like we genuinely care. And it's like having somebody like that can call the underwriter and yell at them for you. That's what we're there for. They said Hot Tub Stream was telling me I need to get good insurance. Yeah, you do. You do need accurate coverage for whatever you have. I mean, like, if you total your car and something happens, like, do you have $35,000 to go out and get a brand new car? No, that's what insurance is for. Do you have enough money to replace your roof when a tornado comes through and you suffer, like, weather damage to your roof? No, that's what insurance is for. But yeah, anyway, I'm so sorry for the work rant. We're trying to play a game here. No, hear me out. You want a good settlement. That's what you want. Damn it. I have Lisa. Jamal, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the 2 months. Why did it work for him and not Demi? I want to file a complaint. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm hated. I think I just had to switch it and like turn it back on. I'll have to figure out how it works because I had it on YouTube. Because I don't know if you know this, but I stream on YouTube as well now.
Shoot, someone's coming.
Help me, please! Someone help me! What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. I agree. Although, it's been a while since I dealt with something this big. Oh, it's gonna be pretty exhausting.
You are god of the wind. What do you mean? I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Amen, brother.
I wanted to hear. So, these two know the other.
It's 11 o'clock. Time goes fast when you're yapping.
Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became
I had
response to the core coming under
some tea before, infused with some other stuff. So I took a fat nap until 4 hours ago.
Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced.
I got high, had my munchies, and then I went to fucking sleep. How about you? How about boy? The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Derwin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. I need a burp, but it's like not happening. Some were under the influence of Derwin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city.
What about the
That's all I need to know. I don't need...
The bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. You saw it for your Durin's power remained.
Wait, so
That's why I'm. Yes. All right. This should do it.
Time to take a sip of water. Oh, by the way, this is a water situation, so we're kind of like a third of the way empty. Since Twitch has the finish the bottle thing, I have to let you guys know. Woo! Happy 10 months, Demi! Thank you for the sub! You know, I went through and did like, you just had to refresh. I went and made like custom alerts for YouTube and nowhere else. That's all. That's where all my effort went. And I'm like, I should probably change the Twitch ones.
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
whoa, it's long distance wind.
Finish the bottle.
How is that
This is like hardly enough. Hold on. It's only like 600 milliliters. No. 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 How do I refund? Are you saying, like... Oh, you refunded yourself? Because it's like... This isn't enough to justify. But I will drink. You know what will be taking a piss later? Me. I'm gonna pause for a second. Because this hoodie is warm. So I'm gonna go take it off. At a safe distance. Because last week, Kik got weird. Kik was asking for like more, like bigger camera, that I was cute, like. We're not doing that again.
Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you. No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
Oh, now there's actually a hold on.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops. Oh, you know, just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness the Traveler, Paimon, and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot.
People don't know that he's like the lord of this area. Yep, he's the Archon.
I've got things covered here.
Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we gonna fight? I don't like being in the middle of this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is.
No shit. That's funny as fuck.
They're literally siblings.
Oh, I can tell. I'm playing and I'm like, oh, sheesh. Oh, I was hoping someone would come down here.
What did I do? Was my defense wasn't passionate enough? No, you weren't nervous enough. Honestly, understandable. That sword looks fucking sick. Can we talk about that? I want to group them together. And I don't know if that was ever gonna happen. Boop. Oh. I thought I was just playing as D-Luke.
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this. Verdict is... Freeze. This one will be frozen. Time for retribution.
You know, I was watching Guitar Hero and it sucks we never get games like that ever again. I wouldn't be so sure about that. I think it'll come back.
What? We can't be here because we care? So what's the status over here?
Ah, I turned around the worst time. Impatient.
I mean, it's rare making games like Guitar would be expensive nowadays because of how greedy some artists are nowadays. Licenses, if we've learned anything from TikTok, they are fucking expensive and people are too lazy. YouTube could be places where people could have the licensing to just play, you know, some JB while they're playing games, but they won't do it. As far as I understand, I could be completely wrong. I really don't know. But licensing is just so expensive.
I'll protect us.
This is interesting, having to heal NPCs.
Let the show begin.
I liked Guitar Hero growing up.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
I used to be able to, what I would do was start a song.
That felt violent.
That... Wow.
Get seduced.
I'm glad that, the second camera wasn't looking at that.
Well, that would have been really awkward.
That would have been horrible.
My ass would have been on Twitch.
Forever and ever.
Nah. What's up, dude? About to play Chase.
You gonna wreck his shit?
No. Chase plays very
Okay.
It's probably gonna be super close.
Well, if I hear you screaming, I'll know.
Nah, we'll probably be chilling and shit talking a little bit.
Understandable.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck.
Chat, this man, bare ass cheeks, showed me his butt.
Aw, shit.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
I have barely done any gameplay because my keystrokes are low. This game really is dialogue hell. Could I just skip?
Oh shit. No way. Dude, one of us might sneak into the playoff and be wild. Awesome.
I forgot to move this back. I think people like nowadays it's something you just cannot beat. There's gonna be people that are like, oh, but it's the same 86 songs. We want new songs. And people are gonna be like, fuck yeah! But I think, like, if you had those songs and then more, it would be fine. But people are still gonna find shit to bitch about. But yeah, now that you can see my light situation in all its glory, how it's like just one section lights up all my fans. If anyone could figure out why, other than maybe just my PSU isn't like the best for my build, please let me know.
Bet you can't keep up with me. Hey, go Baron Bunny.
Yeah, she really does not do the damage I would like her to do.
Now's your chance. Go Baron Bunny. Engaging.
Yeah, these two do horrible damage.
Providing cover fire. No escape.
All units are now in position.
Bertha! Ah, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Gene told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Gene hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Spoopy. Oh, Oh, also, I saw something that kind of reminded us about like merch last week. I've actually had a store for like 5 years. And I'm pretty sure you've seen these. Also, I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to show this part, but like this is... This is what we have. I mean, this is already released. This has been a thing. I mean, I can add it to the links right now. Let me see what it looks like. Oh, this was the issue I had. It comes up with like a donation thing. It doesn't come up with the actual store. It doesn't come up with the actual store. Thanks. I really appreciate the affirmation there. But yeah, I was thinking of drawing tomorrow and then adding like a like a sweat set. I was thinking of doing like a pink peachy set.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem
It's stuff that I would wear, but it's also like if people like care enough to make suggestions, I'll do it. If you just want like a random car sticker, I could do that too. That's what I want to do. I'm trying to set up a Printify store, and I'm gonna link that to my Amazon storefront, and then maybe if I can, I'm gonna set it up with TikTok Shop too. So I'll set up like a full like store for car stickers. I want to do one that says thank your local shareholder for RTO traffic, which is return to office traffic. Because Columbus rush hour used to start at like 4:30, like 4:30. Now it starts at like 2. But you know, I can't put that stuff on my car because people know it's my car, and there's also a British guy that works like pretty high up in the company, and he knows my car and I know his car because he's come up to me a couple times like, hey, how are you? Hope you're doing well. You know, we should get everybody in a meeting, just everyone, just like all the bank, all the like everything, just let's just get everybody just talking, just collaborating together, just like one single unit. Cause it's us and a couple of other departments that are in the building, and he's just a really social British guy that just wants to talk to everybody. When he's walking in the morning, he comes in around the same time I do. He's just like, you know, thank you guys for coming in. He's funny. I had dupe docs for the longest time until actually like 2 days ago. Actually, yesterday, I officially own a pair of Doc Martens now. And he's like, oh my god, are those Docs? And I'll be like, yeah. And then he's like, wait, those are not Docs. I'm just like, yeah, they're not. But you know, if anyone says they are, then I generally say, do you guys want to see my new Docs? Do you want to see them? I'm pretty proud of them.
Well, a lot, but like. His mic don't work.
Sounds like a skill issue. Have you tried unplugging it and replugging it in?
Brother.
Sounds like a skill issue still. What is it, Victor? Oh my goodness.
Brother, you average 337 yards rushing per game.
Do you know excuse me, Chase? I became an insurance agent. It's fucking hot. Yeah, people are mean, but you know, 25 an hour.
I'm gonna have to lock in, okay?
Okay. Lock in and cock in, that's what they say.
Hey, yo! What?
I just heard people on the phone, so I had to bully them.
Yeah, we both gotta lock in. It's more important for you to win.
So I got a pair of Docs. This is my first ever like pair of Docs. I have like another pair that are technically my first pair of Docs, but this is the black pair.
I don't know, I was looking at
And it's embroidered. It's pretty. Very gorgeous.
I saw Pitt. Pitt's always been an interesting destination to visit. What if I can get you one?
People in Australia are so weird about shoes. If you go somewhere wearing like some nasty ass shoes, you get judged for it. And then if you go in wearing Docs, people are like, oh my god, is that a pair of Docs? And you'll be like, yeah. They're like, oh, that's so cool. But also, these are like $200 in Australia. I got them for $86. Yeah, buddy. I got them on sale. You got fucking spiders that kill you with a touch and you'll worry about shoes. Dude, my brother had a whole lecture with me about shoes. He's just like, you gotta pay attention to like what you wear. Cause like me personally, I'm not gonna listen to a woman that doesn't have a pair of boots on. If she has like a pair of like fucking whatevers and she's working, like
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
they're just kind of like, you know, if she's gonna wear boots, she means business. It's just like if she's just gonna wear a pair of sandals, it's just like she don't really care. But it's so weird because where we come from is like you can't dress too nice, but you have to wear good shoes. And just like people all the time, they like leave home with Medar. What? No. Don't eat your sister's food. It's not yours. You look so adorable. Do you want to come see Mama?
So now it's possible for me to just keep him out there, but I recruited a four-star. I don't know what his
Hold on.
is yet, honestly. But I recruited a four-star strength, which would fit my new playbook better.
I have a blanket Yes, I'm wearing pants.
What? It said you left the session.
What are you doing, boo-boo? She's like open space. And I know you can't see, but in the kitchen this way, there is a boy looking at me doing this, and he really wants to come get it, but I don't know why he's not coming.
Okay, it says if opponent is not found, invite release. I know my buddy, my other
Where's
buddy
your
and I
mentor?
played yesterday. We both just like
Where's my
picked it
mentor?
within the same like minute, and we just loaded it.
Also, that toy I'm holding, when I'm not here, he picks that thing up and starts meowing and dragging it across the apartment.
He's like, this game fucking loves you, pal. God damn it. I'm like, yep, yeah, sure, it loves me, bro.
What are you doing, mentor? He looks so sad.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach during an...
There's an informant among our ranks.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart
But yeah,
attack.
the shoe situation is really weird.
The first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself.
I have felt like I can't go back until I have a pair of dogs. And that's all I would pack. I bought a pair of sandals while I was there. They were like... Shoes are expensive back home, but like a pair of Ugg boots are gonna set you back a whole $9, but if you try to get like any other shoe, it's probably gonna set you back like $60, the same as here. But I bought these shoes and someone was like, they're so ugly. And I'm like, what? No way. These are nice, and I bought them anyway because it's like, screw you. And every person I've like worn these shoes around, they're like, Emma, those shoes are so nice. Where did you get them? I'm like, Best for Less in Australia, and I was told these shoes were fucking ugly. So fuck you.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
It's either gonna be an offensive explosion or it's just gonna be like what it used to be when we played. Like the whole first half is just a slow barn burning fucking quarter, and then one of us just breaks away. I'm just glad I still got my little buzz through my eye on the way to work.
But yeah, I have my vlogging camera ready, which is actually just a Samsung. And I'm gonna buy a tripod too. I use a mixture of phones because some airports have like a 30-minute like internet time limit, and it can be really hard to like give people ETAs and stuff and wait for bags when you only have like 30 minutes to be on the internet when you're in another country. So I have both so that if one fails, the other one will show up for me, or if one phone dies, I still have a way to talk to somebody if anything happens, or a way to call like 911 or 000 wherever I am. Stuff like that. I'm like a real safety geek. Like, I am not going to be human trafficked in the US. That's one thing I'm grateful I'm fat, so that people don't think to kidnap me.
Oh my god, he got stuck, bro. He just got stuck.
That means a lot.
I hate that. Drives me bananas.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side
Oh,
gate
he
to
was
check
so
it out.
gone, dude. If he had that, bro, that was so many yards.
Oh, it's Lisa.
you.
Ooh, that was kind of stonks.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
Why do I have the feeling if you were kidnapped, you'd be brought right back and the kidnappers would turn themselves in? I would do the whole, like, if I wasn't freaking out, I'd be like, so you chose me? Like, that's so crazy, dude. Like, what made you choose me? Like, what do you have on me? Like, is it my star sign? Like, is it, like, am I cute? Like, if you say I'm cute, like, that's like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Like, man, I'll start crying right here, right now. Like, like, do you think I'm cute? Like, what made you attracted? What is, like, the energy here that brought me to you? Or, like, brought you to me, maybe? You start questioning reality?
Alright, I'm on board. It's a good start. Now, I have played defense all season, so I know where my weaknesses are, I know where my strengths are.
It happened a lot before?
I would just ask a million questions until they fucking muzzle me.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
Hey, Lisa, it's Lisa.
You didn't get that for free.
Ew.
What are we doing, cats? Oh, they knocked over a water bottle. Oh, shit. Not okay. Yes, Stacy.
Sorry, the cats just knocked over stuff.
Alright, and I'm not letting your fucking half-back get
It's
wide
not my
open
fault.
with no one near
I
her,
knew
I'll tell
Chloe
you
was
that.
fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
You in trouble.
I wasn't ready for the stretch play. You got me.
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon.
I was
What
not ready
brings
for
you
the
here?
stretch. Bro, I caught a blitz up the center. I should have known. Speed back. Duh, you're gonna go outside. Fuck. Oh, I caught
Yeah.
you.
Plus, we kinda already heard what you said.
It's fine. No big deal.
Clee, she disappeared right under my nose.
Kicked it way up in the, yeah, I was gonna say you kicked it way up.
Something's coming this way.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
Coming to be! Crush!
I needed him to fight on me. That's the problem with this board. I really needed him to fight on me.
Oh, there's a second
I
one.
see what you mean. She is not to be underestimated. Beg for mercy.
Oh, I didn't realize I killed it that quickly.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
Now, just remember, guys, Clea's 4 years old. Babies. Yeah, we don't back each other into corners.
Right. Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
I hope her voice actor comes back. Clea sounds so cute.
I was hoping I'd get it throughout the way through the season. I didn't know how close I was until the very last game. And I was like, I wonder how close I was. And I finished just under 5. I was like, brethren, come on. Where are they now? Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. That is slow.
Amber?
Babies. Oi. Meadow. Not cool. Leave her alone. I'm also gonna grab this cord. Can I stuff it? I don't have like a pulley. I wish I had a pulley for this for it. What are you doing?
It's so stupid.
Crazy boy.
Going the opposite way I think it's going. Fuck. What am I to do? And he's
Crazy
so
boy.
fast that, like, if he gets out in the open, he's just gone. Like, he's so crazy.
Hi,
I don't know
everyone.
why my guy is still farting around. Jesus Christ.
Oh, well.
No, I'm on my safety trying to
Does
get
that
him
mean
to
you saw
run
me
back,
from
and
a
he's just
knife?
like, he's just fucking standing there like an idiot. Like, I'm
Just
holding the
kidding.
sprint. Go,
Well, you're
bitch.
right. It was tough
Like, I
out
see
there.
your dude
I
breaking out
almost
there.
lost my hat to the wind several times.
Fucking anything. Alright, so we're both scoring 70. Got it.
Bean,
What's up,
are you
bud?
harassing him? You just want to play so bad.
Of course. I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger.
He's gotten so much better. Dude, earlier in the year, I could never trust that from him. Like, ever. Ah, this
Oh,
guy!
no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind. That same feeling. Oh, it's close.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I've sent.
But then I saw you loaded with that sign, so I'm like, hell no.
Have I sent something today?
No, he just fell for the play action. I watched him. I watched him come in. He was flying at
I
me,
don't know
but
if
he
I
fell
sent
for the,
anything,
he
but
fell
it
for the
says I
pop
have,
action.
so.
This guy, he just, if he had more burst, it wouldn't be that bad. He just doesn't have that burst.
Oh, nothing much to report, actually. Good. No problems.
It's my fullback. He was never going to get anywhere. Yeah, no, he's super
Surf mad.
Yeah, it works.
Sounds like a skill issue. Finally, get some time to do some moving. Stuck in dialogue hell over here.
Wait, the operation isn't over. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something. Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something? I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either.
He about fucking died. Holy.
Ugh.
There's just no way. Okay. Why did he just stand there? What the fuck are we doing? Oh my lord.
Of course. Traveler, pass me the Dodo communication device. Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them? Just watch and learn.
I had a feeling you'd run it. I had a feeling you'd run it on that one.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait.
Oh my god, I was almost there. That was almost the pick. I almost baited you out.
Sorry, Varka, you're probably busy right now.
I saw it
Considering I'm
coming.
surrounded on
Oh,
both sides with a
let me
group
get
on my tail
there.
looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah,
Let me get
I'd say
there.
so.
He's good if I get
Yes,
there.
well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
All right, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in.
I know I have enough plays to keep you guessing on my offensive side. What I'm worried about is
Lamau.
never figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Because I am not figuring it out.
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Exactly.
Seems like a bit much.
Hello? Who is this? Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti. Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell. You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine. It's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the tripartite conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
Oh!
Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requests
He said auntie.
the Hexen Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
Oh, I was hoping he wouldn't make it. I should have thrown the fucking hammer out.
How unprecedented. Something even your mother, right, daughter, never accomplished?
Ooh.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. Right there.
Oh, is this where we see her?
Hello again, everyone.
Okay. Okay. This is somebody's mother, by the way.
Oh my god, no one's getting open at all.
Darling,
What
isn't it?
the
It
fuck?
even has its own hat.
Wow.
No one
The
wanted to
attention
get
to
open at
detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
They sent Klee in here. Klee is her daughter.
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? I'm a bet there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
Oh.
Mini Turin, what are you doing here?
Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Bean. Hi, Katya. Hey, baby. Are you okay? Oh, buddy. We may have to do a quick break.
Oh my god, I did not expect you to blitz up the middle right there. Whoa.
Because somebody is just dying for some playtime.
Oh, don't worry.
When I saw
We
you
aren't
bust
scared
through,
of
I'm
you.
like, oh, I'm cooked. Like, I have no way out of
So,
this.
what brings you here? Oh,
Yeah, I'm
is it
surprised
Windbloom?
you read
There
that.
are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I mean, strategically, it's the smartest thing to do, but I have
What do you
been
mean?
so much, I thought I'd catch you off guard.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world.
I think I remember this, but it's been so long.
What? And that's what you want, Mini Turin? To be
Second most touchdowns rushing the ball. My guy. You have number one, obviously. By a mile.
Reincarnation of Big Scary Dragon came from a storybook, is now in real life in the game. And now they're gonna use alchemy to make him a person, but he's like, I don't want the name of Durin anymore.
Definitely. You've just actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hat Guy know about this?
There is just no way. Is this guy just the greatest receiver to touch the field? Like contact and all, and he fucking just snags it. What? Like, none of them look that good when I look.
What's going on over here? Who is this?
It didn't matter, you scored. What do you mean, it worked? I wouldn't be mad about it. It still worked.
So what we got? Commissions. Nothing here.
No defense at all. This is not at all like how you used to play defense. You used to play
Oh.
so slow, like drain block, burn out. That's why we always used to have like barn burners.
No?
Honestly, those games were more stressful to be honest with you. I don't know why, but I'm like way more relaxed.
Which fucking table? Oh, I need to do my daily over here. Nope, it's not what I wanted. Almost missed it. That's a badass pose.
Let's go out and play.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So, no unspoken rules to be aware of? I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along? All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
Yeah, if I can't pause, then I'll just...
Oh? Which ones?
That's okay, we'll just kick it and then you should be able to...
Interesting. Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Yup.
Neither one of us can play defense.
I'm just gonna put it on order. If anyone's reading, too bad. Too bad.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children, the other Oh, I see.
Basically, we've already been on this whole adventure where we pulled a dragon from a story time, and now we want to, in reality, make him the new dragon of Dragonspire. I look so short. This is really so much audacity. How do you have so much voice lines, but no one actually speaking?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary in any case. Now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
Oh no. You're not even gonna try talk me into it?
means little if you have no one to celebrate it with. No, although I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
What? Why?
The Hexenzirkel trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay, okay. You can turn off the charm. Mom will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding.
That's what's probably gonna end up
Then,
deciding.
my dear children,
I did just look at
get
my stats,
ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
I've only missed 2 packs.
Boop a doop.
And one was like a
Just for it to be another duplicate. My favorite. Yum yum.
Whoa, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
big fucking smash his ass.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Hero.
Hold on a minute.
If I have to play chess, I don't know how to play chess. Okay, good.
Allow me.
A bit of
Go bishop down. Time for a light show.
Witness my great undertaking.
Son of a bitch. Ooh.
Rest, breathing.
remember,
Health comes feel this ancient power. Coming to be.
Illusion shattered.
Witness my great undertaking. Coming to be.
mind the side effects.
Moment of birth. King and Queen should present a united front. Let's see the ball. Coming to be. Witness my great undertaking.
Ouchies.
Coming to be. Witness my great undertaking.
I mean, you were basically out of bounds at that point anyway, but it was still funny. Yeah, it was still funny.
It had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me. Well done, but this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I can tell you. Oh, fuck. Power play safe.
This cutscene is pretty cool. So look ahead is how they appear, but change your perspective is how they are. So we shouldn't be looking at the from a forward perspective.
Can we see its true colors? So it begs the question, what do you see
I would like my
on the
water.
other side of
Hello?
this
Can I please have my water?
earned true freedom
He
the
did
moment they gained
so
glances
much
of
damage.
So, in the spirit of Rheindotter,
Am I sleeping on Albedo?
no surprise.
Alberto?
No need to thank me, girls. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Marvel.
I don't have Frozen. Oh gosh.
Always so charming and delightful.
Moments of birth. Burst forth. Burst forth.
Oh.
Burst forth.
And that is why we have a second healer, ladies and gentlemen.
Shine down.
Feel the sage of power. Let us dance, my dearest.
Try to remember the steps this time.
Health comes first. A bitter pill to swallow.
Illusion shattered.
Great undertaking.
No escape.
Well, I don't.
The tidal chorus sings for you.
Witness my great undertaking.
This is nothing.
Moments of birth.
Oh, this is all getting rather dreary.
Allow me, my darling. Moments of birth.
Eek.
Ow! Burst forth. A little too toasty.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Seems like an emergency. Witness my great undertaking.
Thank you, Alberto. Saved my butt.
Yes, very well done.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearest.
Itch on my leg.
Just going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbalov. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
Boopa doopa doopa boo, boopa doopa boo. Boopa doopa doopa boo, boo boo boo.
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch up.
To deal with the dragon of...
No!
I think Hanley is getting his butt kicked. He's playing football with a friend.
Fuck! I was like, nah, you almost read that right, and then your fucking other corner just stops, turns, and snags it. I'm like, no way. No way. That was such a random call, and the fucking your team played it perfectly. Whatever you called there was the perfect call. Was that Tampa 2? It had to be Tampa 2.
Thank you for
It had to be, because I'm not, no one ever calls Tampa 2 on that play. It's so funny. Everyone always calls
What's in the backpack? Backpack. Backpack.
I mean, if I'm gonna throw the ball this much, I should expect something.
I should really look where these are, but that sounds complicated.
Well, thanks, I guess. I'm like, you blitzed through, and I'm like, okay.
How is my primos? Fuck all. Damn. All that did nothing.
Oh, I saw my guy open just now. Fuck. I just saw him open. He was standing there with no one near him. I could have just. I didn't fucking see him. I'm blind.
I guess we can look over here and just kind of look for things that I've missed, like treasure chests and shit like that.
Is damp and chilly. I suggest getting indoors to avoid these conditions, if possible.
Okay. Thank you for your tackle me forward. Thank you. Big old Uber moment, that guy. He fucking let me get there.
I do like that this is a part of Leeway, but I don't like how every time they add a new part of the map, there are so many different changes to mechanics and things. Like, if you look at how many tutorials is necessary for this game, it is fucking insane.
Oh yeah, Plat.
Ooh.
That's my number one guy. I'm gonna have him next year too.
Mind the side effects.
Allow me! Fire hazard! Water, please.
26?
The doctor was sweet.
Jeez Louise.
Shine down! Rest, rebuild!
A bitter pill to swallow.
There's no escape! Fuse is lit!
Ow, he's a bully.
Shine down!
Mind the side effects.
Hold the line!
You gonna have me run everywhere? I mean, I shouldn't have to run everywhere if I actually look at the controls and listen.
Now you shall perish! There is no escape! Allow me!
Taking a turn for the better.
The doctor was Covenant of the Deep!
Phew.
So this is the thrill of adventure.
can't grab this one? Oh. Okay. Alright. Oh. I see. Just this pot is just needs a lot of discovery. There's another one over there. Oh. No, take me with you.
I should have taken my 3. I should have taken my 3. That was fucking too risky. You probably just beat me on normal.
I need to drink all my water for Demi.
Shine down.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Time for a light show.
Of course there's another one, because why wouldn't there be?
Mind the side effects.
I didn't mean to hit it.
That running around was for this?
Chung Chung, behave.
Hold the line. The doctor will see you.
I was stuck.
Illusion shattered.
You gonna put me back where I came from? Okay, thank you. Reach the target location.
I was kind of hoping you were going that route.
Oh, so this whole thing changes.
No, dude, look at all that space. Oh, he was so gone. He was so gone. Oh my god. All right, boys, we've been playing good all year. It's fucking clutch time. Oh my god, no one's getting open on the time
Don't
that I
forget
need
to
the
wash
most.
your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
No one wants to get open.
Okay, who do we have for this? Probably Ningguang. Yep, Ningguang.
Understood.
I thought you were gonna blast me.
We can't have treasure unaccounted for.
Oh my god! What a mess!
Agreed.
He's fucking him! He's fucking him! Holy shit, what a pass! Randall Cunningham is fucking...
Well, that didn't do as much as I thought it would.
No way! Oh, GG. You can knee it out, I won't time it out. You got it. You're fine, you can knee it out. God damn it, dude! I thought I had that red. Oh my god, if your corner doesn't go there, that's touchdown. That's touchdown. Oh my god. It's because I was running, my other guy was running an out route. I should have adjusted it to something else. I trolled myself, is what happened. Well, you got me, motherfucker. God damn it. It's your fucking halfback. My whole game plan was if I can keep his halfback in check, I'll be fine. Nope. Couldn't do that at all. You couldn't do that at all. And then your fucking bullshit receiver, by the way. What the fuck? 3 50-50 balls and he catches all of them. Whatever.
I feel like I've been up there, but I can't be too sure.
A little?
It is a good thing I'm going this way, though.
That was straight the luckiest shit I ever seen. I've never, even when I play with my own team,
That worked out for me.
50-50 balls, 3 out of 3. Never. What the fuck? And I could have platinum hands too, and it still wouldn't do it.
Hey, Bing. Okay, let's get everybody in a bunch.
I went from throwing nothing to I just couldn't stop that fucking attack. God damn. He was just too good. He was just too good.
Can we all snuggle together, please?
A bitter pill to swallow.
Inazuma shines eternal.
I ask for very minimal, and I don't get it here.
Remember, health comes first. The life of an adventurer certainly isn't easy.
So these teams are not what they would be at the beginning of the year. They're 2-0 and 4. They're gonna be even stronger. Like Ohio State is probably gonna be an absolute buzzsaw. Georgia's obviously so good.
And I should change my person. You are Mia.
Oregon will be really fucking good.
There is no escape.
NC State, Iowa State will be. If they're wrong.
Shine
got killed with second hand. Oh, hi, Metro. Hello. Hey, buddy. What's going on? You want to hang out? Is this the spot you're picking? It's okay. You can lay down. Yeah. Are you sleepy? Yeah, I see you, buddy. Mama's staying up late tonight. I'm sorry.
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
Are you alright? Yeah. You gonna lay down?
You are praying for a like 83 overall team to beat a 90 overall team. We should have seen the result of that game. I didn't see it because it was a Friday game. Yeah, that last fucking tick, I'm so full. Oh my gosh. I might make it, but I can't lose a game. Which I'm losing so. I'm keeping a lot of offensive powers with my defense.
Illusion shattered.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Nothing's.
I'll keep out the non-power forces. Pitt, Stanford, Georgia Tech, Michigan State, Florida. Bama, Oklahoma.
Hell yeah.
Those are like all the big boys that you potentially get them off.
I don't see any chests or anything like that.
I promise you, I have a personal dynasty with 3 California teams. No. Recruiting is so hard. Recruiting is so hard out there. It's so stupid. It's so hard to recruit. Anywhere in the South or the North, like, are way better. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I played 2 years at Georgia Tech.
Anything down here?
And that offered me like
Doesn't look like it.
Georgia Tech's standing.
Just the
So
boss.
you get hotspots from both Carolinas, all of Georgia, like half of Alabama, and some of Florida. You know, just some of the best states for recruits. It is so dumb. Like my first year I had the number 2 class, and the second year I had the number 1 class. It wasn't even close. That's just how it's going. And I didn't even have the like high 1,000. It was only 800. It was still like it's so easy. It's actually pretty fun. As long as you
Okay, so there's nothing up here.
after that, it's like it's cakewalk. That recruiting everyone. Shit, I had to take Florida for that. Nah, me and USF after those dynasty times, so we're captains. I promise you, you go once.
Yeah, bud.
Go.
Yeah. Hi.
We would be probably playing for the title every year.
Metro B.
Like, he is, I don't know how he does it, but he is a demon at recruiting. And you
Metro
guys,
B.
if we
The Metro
play
B.
this, even when the new game comes out, like by the time that happens, you'll see what I'm talking about.
shorty.
And I do it, and we have like the same tier 5 school. He just out. That's why I learned to just get what I needed.
Okay, it seems like I've been down here already.
That's how I get you. I still ran 123 bucks. I said I still ran 123 bucks. Not many. I think I actually seen it a while back. You have had 12 fumble recoveries though. I'm looking at. Yeah, you've had 12. That's a lot.
Shine down.
Actually, those 3 picks I threw you, you passed me in the turnover difference. Yeah, I was at 15. Plus 15.
There we go. Are you my good luck charm, my door? Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Meanwhile, I have the most picks, and I couldn't do it.
What?
What do you think you got? If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell
Grab
you
my hair
a story?
tie. You can't have it. No. That doesn't mean you can drop the candle either. You just want to throw a big old little fitty fit.
And then there was another play that I almost had one. Like, it just so close.
You can't fit under there either.
I would have had a little more time. I know, I knew it was coming. You missing the field goal? I thought I was good. Like, I thought I was fully done when you missed it. So, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I was like, oh, wait. I thought it was going to join me, which was going to make it way funnier if it did. Just fucking dome.
I think I've been down here, but I can't be too sure.
Well, at that point, it made sense for you to get the lead and then, I mean, I was doing the same thing.
I think I remember doing that
Once I
one.
stopped throwing that 4th down, I did the same thing. But alas, it did not work out. Yeah, well, I had
I think this means that that is done.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I dropped 2 games next year. I don't think you realize, like, I'm losing a lot of people. Most of my corners are dingers, and I haven't been able to recruit anything.
Let's make
But
haste.
it's fine though because I have like 5 safeties on each.
Don't waste my time.
And there's a couple that are like actually some shit. You're fast enough to play corner, play corner. Yeah, you're luck.
A keen eye.
Alright, well, I'll talk to you whenever I talk to you, buddy.
Return to your friend by the Lotus Pond. Oh, bye, my door.
We can't
treasure unaccounted for.
Do do do. That's frustrating. Oh. Doubler.
There is no escape. Hold the line. The doctor will see you.
Oh, my glasses.
Shine down.
Oh.
Another test subject.
Yeah, mind the side effects.
What? So all that running around was for this?
Shang Shang, behave.
Eek. Eek. Let me up. That might be something I have to go back for.
What? So all that running around was for this?
Shang Shang, behave.
The doctor will see. There is no escape. Trust me, rebuild. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered.
You guys are pretty rude for being over here.
Let's move out.
Oh.
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Allow me. Torn, my refuge.
Am I safe doing this? Okay, I'm on it.
There's no direct assault.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Illusion shattered. Absurd.
Remember, health comes first. Huangshan.
Well, that was
behave.
nice. Let's do up and see what is up. Dog.
More companions! Hooray! Ooh, let me open it.
Making good progress. I always miss the randomest places. Now I remember doing this, so I'm not gonna do that again. Let me up! Let me up! See if there's anything down these hills. Been over there. I would say maybe. I think this is all one thing, so it might be I have to go over there. But I'm gonna call it quits for the day. I'm eepy. I'm gonna sleepy. So good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. They do bite them back. Drink some fucking water. Speaking of drinking water, I need to finish this. We're very close. This for you, Demi. This is one of those ones you can't get 100%, but close enough. So, there you go, Demi. You're welcome. Have day great. Have night sleep for the Americans. See you tomorrow.